me, I'm Cheryl, and my background currently I am working in a local bank, and I'm doing a regional role, which is really just expanding the digital business for the bank across the different markets like Taiwan, Indonesia, India, and China. Well, I think it's one of the most popular choices because of its reputation, but also at the same time, I think when I did my research, it seems very promising, so that's why I took it up. I've been contemplating on my MBA for at least 6 months. A reason being is because when I did a job search, and a lot of times the requirement for a job is it MBA, a bonus. So I think that kind of kickstart this idea of having an MBA. Plus my peers around me are starting to have MBA, so I thought it's time to upgrade myself, and I would like to get myself an MBA. Yeah. So before I started my MBA program, I was of course nervous. I think that's what most people would feel, and also very anxious in terms of whether or not we're gonna make it for this MBA because it's masters, right? However, when I started my MBA class, it was actually quite fun. I learned a lot of case study, different perspective, and then that kind of got me to enjoy the whole entire MBA journey. So that was actually pretty fun. Personally, it definitely broadened my horizon in terms of my perspective. It helped me to network, increase my social skills as well when I meet people online. Okay. I think that part, personally, I feel that there's a growth as well in terms of how I look at problems. That actually overlaps with my professional growth. I think the skills and methodology that I learned from the classes, I get to apply at my work, and having to see that it actually helps in terms of my career. I think that's the most rewarding thing. I would have to point out it was definitely Professor Malik, because I think he was very encouraging and very inspiring. I think he's always assuring us don't worry, you can make it, you're good. And because of that, he also kind of encouraged me to take on my doctorate, and so that's kind of like what I did. And so maybe I'll take the chance and thank him as well for inspiring me and believing in me. I think this is one of the most exhilarating experience would be finding out that I got valedictorian. So I was very excited. I think that being said, for me to get to valedictorian, it was definitely the help and support of my family, but also at the same time my friends, the people that I know, my classmates. In fact, they kind of helped me in terms of my survey, for dissertation, and helped me to achieve that number that was required. So I feel very blessed, and also all the faculty staff that supported us along the way. So yeah, that is kind of my heartfelt message to them as well. That was not easy. I wouldn't sugarcoat it and say, oh, it's a breeze. It's definitely not a breeze, because you have to give up your weekends for it. However, I think when you have your weekends spent with people of a like-mindedness trying to learn, you're really learning a lot more, and you're using your time wisely. So it was a bit tough. I think you need the help and support of your family, that's for sure. And then you need to know, you will learn about time management. I think that part will really help you to prioritize in terms of when you need to do your work and submit your assignment on time. I think this MBA is the best experience I have, the best investment I've ever done, best decision I've done for myself, because not only will you be experiencing things that really push your boundaries in terms of learning or your perspective, but it will challenge you in terms of how you think or how you deal with situations, be it at work or personal life. So I think I would say it's rewarding, and also at the same time, you know, it's time well spent, and you put an MBA under your belt, so why not, right? Why wait? I think for me, for most part, I think most people would be kind of hesitating because of, you know, the school fees, how is it going to work. But actually, I thought what was great was that Aventis has an installment plan, so it makes it really easy to cope with in terms of the financial payment. And the other thing is that there is always a professor or a lecturer that's really guiding you along the way, and you don't feel like you're lost throughout this whole program. There's somebody that's giving you advices, and I think that really helps to navigate in terms of your learning. So don't worry, you know, just go for it. The minute you take that first step, you realize that you'll be enjoying the ride, and then who knows, you might be valedictorian.